2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Check pass. Check pass.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
To throw on 3rd down, Daniels. Catch made here by Campbell. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Back deep, Ryan Switzer. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsay. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It can be a very long night for the defense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Kamoko Toure. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
At the Broncos 21-yard line. Mike, 45. We got it.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback, because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his... And oh, he coughed it up! And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always... And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. But right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, Costello. That's complete to Marlon Mack. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now Mack. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Switch gears.
To throw on 2nd down. Costello throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Great corner route there, not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing on first down, Daniels. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
45, Mike, 45. All day. Deuce.
On 3rd down, Daniels. This one complete to Troy Fumagalli. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. These two teams all tied after one. They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Here's 2nd and 8. Campbell making the catch. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 39. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 39-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Daniels. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
To throw on 3rd down. Daniels. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 13-yard line.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Daniels. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They run the draw play with Mack. And he's got some space here. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Marlon Mack, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Harris Campbell, 78 yards. And the Colts are once again going to retake the lead. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them. A big-time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. Yeah,
I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, Costello. He'll get this to Phillip Lindsay, complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. 2nd and 5. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now you can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
To throw again, Costello. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Go now, 18 Gator. Roll out. Ready?
On 1st down, Costello got a man open. It's Sutton. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Protein, spell. Look at me. Go, go. Hey, lock it. Snap.
They'll run it with Mack. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcel Darius flies in at 331 pounds for the sack.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Back to throw. Costello. They'll let this go. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Rock it. You got time. Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Costello. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Here we go. 45. Time to end it. 45. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Tighten up. Quick. 45 to Mike.
Off the play fake. Daniels. Looking deep for Hilton. It's caught at the 10. A huge play that time for the Colts. And even 40 yards. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big gain.
Slam. Check three. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Check it back. Check it.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
2nd and 9 now. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Come on, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. A good game there on 1st down. That run will get them 7 up to the 32-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Kid had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Ready.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Leo.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here we go. 15 line. Come on, QB, come on. Mike, check 33. 30.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Looking to throw. Costello. They'll find Everett there, complete.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
On 3rd down, Costello. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That's good for an Indianapolis 1st down on a gain of 10.
He's crossing. He's checking cross.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the fourth. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off play action. Daniels. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Back to throw. Daniels. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Costello. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Go, go! Hey! Bang, bang! Look at me! Go! Get it!
Back to the air on 2nd down. Costello. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 38.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? The pass there complete to Sutton, and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Costello into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Operating from the gun, Daniels. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. Switzer on the return. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. He's back to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Back to throw. He completes this to Sutton. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Break. Hey, exit. Watch
throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they try the right side here. He's going to have the first down past the 20. 22 yards there, a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 29-yard line.
Mike, 45. Kill.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And some room to maneuver. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams that's what I want all the time, and they feel like